Okay, this is a tutorial on viewmylising.com. Now, most of all y'all already know how to upload documents and files into the viewmylisting.com, which is a cloud-based file cabinet. You're going to click on your account at the top right tab, click in your username, password. Okay, that's going to bring you over to the next page. My profile, my professional tools to the left, you're going to click on. Okay, so typically you have all your files or all your properties that you're working, listed properties, pending, anything that's been closed. Now, typically we would click on the property, click on documents, and we would browse our desktop, browse the desktop, pick one, copy, open, paste, and add document. So we're still going to utilize that system. That is going to be for files such as addendums, amendments, documents that are traditionally not always used. We're not always extending. We're not always amending anything to the purchase agreement or the listing agreement. So those files specifically that are executed must be uploaded here into your file cabinet, which is right here. So the system that we're going to be utilizing, items that are technically mandatory and something to keep everybody on task at uploading the files that they need to upload, keep you more categorized and well aware on what needs to be done. Transaction Manager, TRANS period MGR period. At the top, where the cursor's at, we're going to click on Transaction Manager. Okay, we are going to type in the MLS number. You don't have to worry about status. If you do, you would pick incomplete, complete, or all. If you want the date, fine. We're clicking in the MLS number. So the MLS number for this property that I'm currently working is already typed in, pre-typed in, which I've just did. Click refresh, and it will show you all that needs to be done. Now, this system's being utilized currently. So anything in the past is in the past and does not update or change. What's been done is done. Anything new and in the future, that's where it's going to start utilizing, to where you can utilize this system. Anything in the future. Okay. Is what we have is all the transactions. So some of these transactions have been changed, and it's not going to be as it states on here. When you close, you have what is called a CD or a HUD-1, both in which are called a settlement statement. CDs are typically issued at the time of closing when it's a loan. If it's cash purchase or an investor's purchasing something, or if it's commercial property, that is called typically a HUD-1. CD, HUD-1, they're both still settlement statements. You also issued an act of sale. So these two have been joined together so you can upload both of those files at one. Now keep in mind, uploads must be no greater than 4,000 kilobytes. So CD, HUD1, which is settlement statements, and the act of sale are now one, and you will see that now in the future as it's all typed in on one. So these been eliminated. You have those are required, and they are due within a specific amount of time. They are required as of currently 3 days after closing. As is or waiver of prohibition, that is now been changed to WOR, as is form. That is technically an addendum. So this is optional, although we use it on every form, but it does have to be uploaded. Key statement and a final inspection release at the bottom, those two have been joined as one as well. Now we have a form that is signed by the buyer, whether you're on the listing side or the sale side, and a key statement and a final inspection release are all on one form. Now, there is a key statement and a final inspection release that are separate forms in Instanet. If you want to use that, you can definitely use that. Both files have to be uploaded. If you use one form with both on it on one form, you can certainly just upload that one form. It's your choice. Both on one form is a little less work. So the final inspection release and key statement is all on one, and you're uploading all on one. So one of these have been eliminated. Purchase agreement required. Key statement, of course, final inspection release is required. Property disclosure is required. If it is an exempt property due to succession or whatever else, you must upload the exemption form. So either case, this is required. Termite certificate, optional. I upload them. I would recommend y'all to upload them anytime in the future. If you have to go back, you can always go back to it. You may be listing a property or selling a property, and you will have that readily available to you if need be. Property inspection response form. This is now called property inspection response executed. This is typically signed 3 times before it's executed. Now, this is optional, but it has to be done if you're asking for something to be fixed. If the client does not want anything fixed, they're fine, they don't want to do an inspection, whatever the case is, then obviously you would not be uploading anything in here. The only time you would upload in this category is if you decide not to use acceptance of property condition and or inspections. So if someone's okay with the property the way it is, they're not asking for anything, you can also do this form and just fill off the top. We accept, we're moving forward, we're okay with everything. You would upload here. If you want to use the single form right here, acceptance of property conditions, you can simply use that one as well and upload it. So both are optional, but either case, one of them needs to be filled. If you don't understand, call me and I'll explain. Act of sale, obviously act of sale has been joined with CD or settlement statement, which is now called act of sale, CD, or HUD1 settlement statement, which is traditionally given at closing. MLS form is required and it must be uploaded. If you're on a sales side and a listing agent is from another brokerage, and a commission gets changed mistakenly, we have that proof readily available and we can provide it to the title company if need be. Customer information form. Again, at face-to-face contact. This must be uploaded. Listings or sales, it must be uploaded. It is required. We already went over this one. Final inspection release. Final inspection release we went over as well. Lead-based paint disclosure. Lead-based paint disclosures must be filled out. Listing side or sales side, before or after 1978. It does not matter with us. If you're on a sales side, I want you, and if it's after 1978, LREC says we do not have to do it. Within our brokerage, you have to do it. So anything newer than 1978 also must be filled out by your buyer. Whether the listing agent gets a seller to sign it or not, that's totally up to them. They do not have to sign it. But your buyer must sign it, that we made them well aware of lead-based paint. Lots also, this must be filled out. So reason being for this is they have had a realtor get sued on an empty lot with no building, no structures in regards to lead-based paint, even though it's not required. So that shows you anything is possible. Just like the incident with McDonald's and hot coffee. You can sue anyone for anything, whether it's the law or not the law. Really, at this time and age, does not matter. It's up to a jury. Other documents that are going to be included in here is list on businesses or recommendations. Those forms are going to be required from the selling side. Always the selling side. That way, if someone says you did not tell them to get inspections, it is in writing and signed by a buyer. That way, if you forget to tell them, you have told them on paper that you recommend for them to get a home inspection, video pipe inspection, insurances, title insurance, etc. It goes on and on. So that paper, that form is required to be uploaded. Now, to upload in this category, so starting off, this is a transaction manager. These are forms. This is basically telling you what we need and what you need to upload. Action date. The action date is the date that it needs to be done. Now, this is old. This is in the past, so keep in mind anything in the past has not been changed to what's happening now. So you would initially click on the pen or the pencil. You would click browse your desktop, take the form, the file that you need. If you want to copy it, you can copy it. You don't have to. It's not necessary. And then click open. I'm going to click cancel because there's already a file in here. Alright, so notes. If you want to put notes in here, you certainly can. If you want to copy and paste what you're putting in here, you can certainly do that. You're going to click save. We're going to click cancel. And it's going to put your attachment right here. Now that file you see right here, you can click on to be able to see, to make sure it's been done and you uploaded the correct form. So as you can see, this makes things a little bit more easier than what y'all used to. So you're going to click the pen, browse your computer, save. You want to put notes, fine. You want to put a beginning date, fine. Your document or attachment is right here. So you're going to finish all these, which has been condensed, so you don't have as many anymore. It's been condensed a lot. if you have not completed something such as this one, the CD, and this property has closed, we're going to click the email, and the email is going to send you a message to your email concerning your listing at 7637 Tricia Court. Just a friendly reminder, the following work is due on 8/31/2018, CD or settlement statement. Click next and it's going to send it to you. Okay, so this file has been uploaded. Now to see where that file is uploaded at, it actually transfers it over to right here. See that first form? That's where it brought your forms from to. So you don't have to carry it over to here anymore. It's automatically being carried over to your file cabinet. So that's simply a transaction manager showing you what needs to be done, and you can actually upload from that transaction manager, and it will bring your files over to this file cabinet. Now remember, amendments, addendums, additional forms that need to be uploaded. If you have a home inspection that you want to upload and you want to keep it on file, you must do it manually. Browse, click, open, add document, and put it in there. That's additional documents that are not required. Even though an amendment or addendum is required, those are not always used, so we can't make those required. You may have 5, you may have 10, you may have none. Those forms do have to be uploaded. There's no way for us to monitor that until we get your CD and see what the close date is, and then we're going to be asking for that amendment. So please make sure all executed documents are uploaded. This is simply to keep you more organized. That way you're not guessing. So if you forgot to put in, you thought you forgot to put in the purchase agreement, and you come here and you see purchase agreement, it's been done, you know you don't have to upload that file. And you just want to verify and be sure that you uploaded a purchase agreement. You see and it's an amendment, you know you uploaded the incorrect document by mistake. So you can go back and correct that. And the area that you are going to correct this is, you cannot remove this. Let's see. Okay. The way you're going to correct this is you're going to click on the pencil. You're going to click Browse again. Click the right document, save, and then it's going to swap this out for your new current document, which is in turn going to put it in your file cabinet, which your file cabinet is technically right here. So this is where everything's being actually placed. So utilize the new system. It's going to help both you and I, because this is being checked on our end. So being that this is going to be checked on our end, we do get these notifications every time y'all upload a file. This is going to be checked from our side. So if you're utilizing this system, it is required now. So I do ask everyone to use this system because it is required. It is mandatory. All these must be completed with the exception of the ones that are optional, such as termite certificate. If you need to check if it's optional, it'll tell you. Okay, this concludes viewmylistings.com. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to give me a call, and I'll answer them the best possible way I can. If you need a little more hands on hands, I will show you how to do so. So this transaction manager button, simply type in the MLS number, click the pencil, browse your desktop, save. You want to put notes, beginning date, fine. Beginning date is not required. Notes is not required, but you can absolutely utilize it. And this concludes viewmylising.com.